Good morning! Let's freaking go. Yeah, it is pumping. I'm drinking coffee. Let's go. Let's get this dub. I love it. Yeah. What up, what up, what up? Pausing the music. We made it. It's NFL Sunday. Oh, man, I'm fired up. You're going to get another level here today. Chat, hold on, man. I was like, okay, people will they'll roll on in. Maybe I'll leave it for 2 songs this morning. We'll take our sweet time going live. I went out in the hallway to make a cup of coffee, and I come back in, and the song's almost over, and I see 200 plus people. 200 plus people already tuned in. Thank you so very much for being here. I'm not even kidding. That is incredibly humbling. And I think that just speaks volumes of the community that we have built together, because I am not a thing without you. I am nothing without you. And you have helped me build this community. And I am very excited to share my time, share some picks, some parlays. We're going to look at Novig and Underdog. We're going to use the website betting models, the tools, the trends, the research. We're going to use everything that is inside my scope, my arsenal of betting tools, projections, simulations, and anything else I can think of is yours today. We're going to look at all the cheat sheets I've created. We're going to look at a few VIP picks. That's right. I'm going to sprinkle them in throughout the 2-hour show. I'm not telling you when. It's just going to kind of be like, hey, I feel like giving away a VIP play. Hey, here's a parlay for this game. And I'm not telling you. You're just hanging out with me, and then it's going to bop up. I've got a show itinerary that's like 40 things long. It's going to take me forever if I don't stay glued to it throughout today. So if you see me like looking up, I'm kind of checking back in with what I should be doing at this present moment. Let me show you everything we're going to be looking at today, how we will be looking at it as well. So I've got about 15 tabs here at the top. You're going to see some new things, some old things. And on the right side, what you're looking at over here is the mobile view of mysparryedge.com. And again, this is the betting tools website. This is where I house my betting models, player projections, game models. Games are 5-1 so far through the 2 primetime games, trends and insights, prop optimizers for all these different sites, Novig, Underdog, love it. We're going to have a good time today, and we'll shop the odds. So anyways, if you see me clicking around on the right side, I just want to show you the mobile web app view of things. So anyways, left side, same thing. Here's the site, PC view. We'll be doing our research here. Names are clickable, player cards, and all that good stuff. We're going to be using all of the cheat sheets that I have created for the VIPs, posted a handful of them on Twitter and social media as well. Parlay pieces as well. Yeah, we'll be covering this. We will be covering the NFL player props. We'll be covering touchdown targets. We're going to be looking at an official play. I've got several more that I will give out today. It's week 1, so we're going to go over it. I've got the game projections, the player projections, the betting models. We're going to be using this. Here's how it reads really, really quickly before I continue, because there's 300 people watching, and I want to get to the actual show and not just the introduction. Cowboys and Eagles, 10,000 simulated times. This was the result. Take the Eagles. Take the Cowboys to cover 7.5. Take the under 47.5. Cash, cash, cash. Next game, Chiefs, Chargers. We said 10,000 sims later, Chargers money line. That was a plus 162. Cash it. Chargers spread, of course. Cash it. Under 45.5. Unfortunately, this one chalked. On a last minute, well, not last minute, minute and a half field goal away from full sweep again, and a plus 834 parlay that I had built for Discord. This one cashed plus 525 parlay for Discord. So on and so forth. We're going to be using this a lot today. We're going to be using the new Novig desktop view. How cool is this? We're going to talk about this end zone visit. I actually helped put this together today. And you can one-click bet this inside their app. How cool is that? You literally just boop, and it's going to open up all the plays over here. Alternatively, they gave me a link I can share with chat today because they love me and I love you. So there's the link right there. If you are in here for the introduction, I just posted it. If you click that right now, it's going to take you to the Novig app, automatically enter 5 touchdown picks. Are they my favorite 5 of the day? No, but they were the best values at the time of when I created this. All right. That's how that works. They were literally all of them were plus EV at the moment when I put it together. So it was purely a good expected value parlay that I could build quickly. So there you are, my friends. Posted that link in chat. I love you all. We're going to do so much today. We're going to look at the entire underdog board, game after game after game as well. And then we're going to look at some DraftKings. We're going to look at some FanDuel, of course. And check this out. This is brand new. I don't have my face up because I watch what happens with my face. I'm like glowing. Okay, here's the other screen. Ready? Hey, what's going on? I look normal. Bam! I'm blind. So I hit my face while I was talking today. Aha! You're going to like this. We're going to make community picks. You heard me. 353 people here. I know a lot of you are ready to give away picks and ideas and parlays. We're going to have a community pick segment, and we're going to track these bad boys. And this is going to become a staple of the donuts betting world. I'm excited about this. Whew, man, this is going to be fun. So, like, if Sean C is right here, blam. Sean C says, hey, I would love, I love Lamar Jackson, 40-plus rush yards, Ravens money line. Okay, there you go. He played it on, that's Sean C, and that was on DK. Okay, so we're going to do this at the end of the show. By the way, that's an interesting play. I think this is going to be fun. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. And that will give you an opportunity today. And we'll kind of do it throughout the show. It'll give you an opportunity to, get your name recognized, get your name out there if you like. And I want to help do that for people. I mean, that's honestly my goal here. So, all right. Thank you again. We are almost 400 viewers in, 9 minutes into the show. If you are on X, do me a massive favor. Retweet this video right now. Just retweet the stream. Like the stream for me. Get it out there. Help me get it out there. And then next up on YouTube, we got 150 something watching already. Jack up the likes. Right now we're at 38. We all know that this space is saturated. There's a million content creators. The only way we stick out is from our community support. So today I'm going to ask for it for a hot second. I hope that you can support me and grab that link. And grab that link and hit the like button while you're here sticking around. And I am going to pin something here. I got to do that before I continue. And there it is. That is, if anybody wants to know, I'm just going to shout it out real quick. That's the premium right there. You can use code NFL, and you get a nice little discount to start off. All right, let's go. 3-0 on Friday's video. I'll do my video like this today. All right. I think we should probably start on an underdog for a hot second. I'll be down here in the corner. You can see me down here. I went 3-0 on the short video on Friday. And on the long form video on Friday, I went 6-1. 6-1. So we were red hot here. I went 3-1 in the other video, I believe, too. One of the guys got hurt or something. I can't remember. But it's been a great comeback week. And I think we need to just dive right into the slate a little bit. Looking at some, sorry. I didn't want to do underdog just yet. I wanted to look, I knew this was going to, I want to start you off with this one because I appreciate all the early risers who got here early, who showed up at 9 a.m., who listened through a 10-minute introduction to reward you. I wanted to give it away. I have gone up another level in my production of VIP picks and recaps. It's been awesome. I've loved it. I've enjoyed making it. It's incredibly tedious and can be cumbersome at times, but the payoff is clean, clear, and there's just no hiding anything. Things like this. Hey, last night, we cashed the Sooners -5. That's a recap. That takes me some time to create, but that's a recap. I'm doing that for every single winner. And then, I've been tracking on the Google Sheets all of the results. We're up over 40 units again after NFL this week since July 18th. So about 6 weeks and plus 40 units. I post 1 to 5 picks per day. It's not hard to tail. In fact, that link I just gave you, that link I posted in chat, that if you use that, when I post my picks, you have a direct link to enter every bet into your bet slip. Don't sleep on it. So my favorite of my 4 picks today is not Nico Collins. However, he is my second favorite. I love this play. I love it so much. He's the alpha and omega of this offense. Should have a massive target share. No Tank Dell, no Joe Mixon. I think on the road, they're going to need to move the football somehow, and I don't think they're doing it on the ground. The Rams had a very good rush defense last year. How do I know that, my friends? Well, again, the cheat sheets here. I did the DVP, and I can look up all this stuff. And when I was doing my research, the Rams were a tough defense. Gave up 12th least rushing yards, 9th least rushing touchdowns. It was just a team that, played methodical offense and was a defense that, stopped the run and forced teams to pass inefficiently as well. So where'd that go? There it is. So I wanted to give this away over 25.5. I posted this, I don't know, 16 hours ago, I think. And it was a while ago. At the time, 25.5 minus, I think we got it for -1. I'll look it up real quick. I got the photo for it. We had it for this. Here's the one-click link, by the way, that link I give you. So when you join up, you can click and bam, you can click more data and it'll drop down like 20 sports books and pick 'em apps. And if you click on any of them, it opens the Nico Collins over 25.5 longest reception right into that book or that app of your choosing. It's very cool. That is why I've joined up with OS Tails this season, tails.bet/DFSnDonuts picks. It's pretty sweet. I'm telling you, it's a lot of fun. And we've been making a lot of money. So there you go. Pick one right there. I've got 3 more VIP picks I will give away today as we were going throughout the show. Again, they're just kind of going to be slid onto the screen as I feel like it and as we get going. 500 views in 15 minutes. I freaking love you all. I'm actually so shocked right now. Chat, I didn't even have a chance to say hi to you. I feel like I just need to get going, but thank you so much for coming in with the energy and bringing it today. I love it. J-Step, my man, what's up, dude? So takes like this, beautiful takes for the community picks tab today. Remember the community picks tab. We're going to be using this. It's going to be great. So we would write down J-Step, under 253.5 yards, Joe Burrow, underdog, something like that. Okay. But picks tab, the community picks tab is going to be W. All right, let's talk about this. Let's get into it. First game up, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Atlanta Falcons. Model, we simulate every game 10,000 times. Well, the model has the Bucs not only winning on the road, but covering -2.5. Under 46.5 is the play based on the model. Now, this was, I think, simulated like Monday night and posted late Monday night. Lines move, right? So the graphic is not a dynamic photo, So you have to apply this as the week goes on. But we do this early so that you can get ahead of line movements. And if you pay attention, you actually get ahead of quite a few moves. So I don't remember what I looked at, but I actually put these in all on Tuesday morning, and I actually have them tracked on that Google Doc sheet that I will share with you guys as well. But anyways, Tampa on the road covering -2.5 is the play under 46.5. Now, I don't fully feel confident about this one. I also did not feel confident about the Cowboys covering or the Chargers winning outright. And the Cowboys did cover, and the Chargers did win outright. So take that for what it's worth. I think betting on games is very difficult. If you're originating your picks, I think, you got to use some type of simulation model, some type of, model. You got to model these NFL games. The edge is so minuscule because there's so much volume on all sides of these picks. So anyways, Tampa, model likes them. And you could build out like a parlay by just going, -2.5 under 46.5. And you'll probably get about plus 250 or so. That's not a bad way of doing business. Let's look at the game itself, though, because I think there's some player props here that I think stand out for this game. I think there's a lot of upside. Now, one issue I'm going to have with today's show, I don't know if it's like a site-wide underdog thing right now, but I don't have access to touchdowns on underdog. Let me refresh and make sure that I have all the live things, the best current lines on underdog. And you'll see when I reload pages, sometimes it's super slow. I have no clue why. When I get all these viewers, I mean, we're up to almost 600 viewers right now. My stream slows down sometimes. So you'll see me refresh things like you just saw Underdog, take 10 seconds for the refresh. That's me. That's my internet. Okay. Chase Brown today. I like receiving yards a little bit. I do. He's a guy who's shown he's going to go out there, play a ton of snaps. He's got some receiving ability. The 19.5 is an interesting projection. I think that's a nice little spot here that can sneakily, go higher and quickly. So that's a 10,000 foot view. I'm going to kind of quickly look at each game. And when I see Chase Brown's line, I think that's a really suspect line. By the way, I was supposed to start in Atlanta. So we're going to do that. Oh my gosh. There's flub number 1. Use the models on Thursday and Friday. Killed it. Love it. Thank you for the feedback. Let's go. Yeah, you're lucky. I don't see them, man. I don't see them. I can't believe I started on the wrong game, though. Oh, well. Let's come back to here. Bijan. Tough spot. Very tough spot. Here's the deal, though. You're going to see Bijan. Oh, good. It's loading quickly. Let's go, internet. Stay strong for me, would you? So Bijan Robinson, the line, the projection of 76.5 is low. 14.5 rush attempts. Oh, that's Hard Rock. Heavily juiced to the over. Looks like his line is 16.5 to 17.5 everywhere. That's a good amount of carries for Bijan Robinson. If you're going to put him up there in high teens or something, I think it's just a nice looking play. I mean, you saw the way this team really came together at the end. Most importantly, you saw at the end of the season when Penix came in for this game halfway through, and then you saw him start the next 2. They gave Bijan 22, 17, 28 carries. He churned out 2 and 2 rushing touchdowns. I think that his upside is insane. However, I'm a little concerned about this being a trap line. Don't hold me to it. I have no money on the line for Bijan Robinson today. But the Tampa Bay Buccaneers rush defense was absolutely insane last season. And I don't want to spend too much time looking at DVP, but 4th least rushing yards, 5th least touchdowns last season. But what they did do, based on their defensive scheme, they gave up a lot of passes out of the backfield to running backs. They play a lot of zone. 5th most receptions, 5th most receiving yards. So my early take on Bijan Robinson this week is I'm a little leery of the rushing yards. And I'm actually a little high on the receiving yards, despite the fact that he kind of closed out the season looking like hot trash. We know he's a guy that can catch the ball and bust loose at any given time. He was also somebody that had 5, and despite not doing anything with the passes, he had 5 and 5 targets. 5 and 5 targets in those 2 starts with Penix. And I think this is very volatile, right? It's a volatile spot. It's a volatile game. I think you just got to be careful for rushing yards today. And I think, people are going to look at this and be like, oh my goodness, look at all that red. I'll never bet on him. There's no way I can take this play. These graphs, these interactive charts, listen, put that down to 10, okay? Oh, wow, he hit in 13 of 17. Milestone this, 20 plus receiving yards. Oh, he hit in 10 of 7. This is simply showing you past production. It's not indicative of future performance. It's just not. And I think people get so obsessed with these interactive charts and the graphs. Yes, I have them on my betting tools website. It's important to have. I think you need to just understand they're not an answer sheet. They're just not. It's a compass. It tells you go dig in deeper for X, Y, and Z. That's all. So that's my Bijan discussion, okay? I wanted to talk about that. On the other side, I love Bucky Irving. I love him today to score a touchdown. I think the upside is there for the total yardage. I think that Mike Evans is going to be the guy for Tampa today. We saw him score 14 touchdowns last year. Why in the world on Novig Last night we saw him, or in yesterday's touchdown picks video. By the way, if you don't use my YouTube for all my content, I'm here 7 days a week, Monday through Sunday. You get like 5 or 6 videos. You get 3 live shows, Monday for Monday Night Football, Thursday for Thursday Night Football, and Sunday morning. I am here 3 days a week for live shows, and you get 5 or 6 other days of videos, long form and short form. I'm all over it. 7 days a week here. Yes, Baker last year, 8.5 rushing, longest. No, wait, just rushing. No, it was longest rushing year, right? Yeah, James, there you go. Yeah, we'll look at Baker Mayfield. Sorry, getting sidetracked for a hot second, trying to open an app up here. But if you are not using my YouTube, and oh my gosh, you are today, 7,000 views on the touchdown video. $336 new subscribers on that video. Thank you. I started off the show talking about it. I'm a nobody without the community. Thank you so much for that. I guess you are using my YouTube this week. I took 3 months off to spend time with the family and be a good dad over the summer. And I hop off YouTube and I stopped making MLB content and I did the dad life. And I wondered what would happen when I returned to YouTube. Would I just get absolutely, demolished by the algorithm for not being here? Thank you very much. That is, I can't wait to go tell my wife. That's so cool. Thank you so much. I hope, listen, the touchdown video, I hope it goes well. I mean, I think like 65% of them were plus odds. Like, listen, those videos and lists, thank you very much. Thank you. Those videos and those lists that you see around the internet, what bothers me is that they're like, here are my top 5 touchdown picks for week 1. And then they list, 5 of the juiciest touchdown picks ever. Bijan Robinson, minus 160. Derrick Henry, minus 182. It's like you're about to go 3-2 at best in your touchdown picks, because touchdown picks are maybe not as volatile as a home run pick, but let's all be real. They're a volatile market. And you're not even going to break even going 3-2. So I made sure my video had as many plus odd plays as I could jam in there. I mean, I think I covered like 16 or so. And I want to say only like 5 picks were like minus odds and everything else was long. So you don't need to cash everything. You got to cash like 38% of your picks or something at like plus 120. I can't remember the numbers. Plus 122. I don't know. Whatever. Quick math is not mine. But anyways, Mike Evans for a tutty. Love it. My favorite touchdown spot for the game. Absolutely. Totally dig it. And do they have longest rush markets on Novig? Is that a thing? Let me, they told me I can on desktop shift mouse wheel. Okay, there we go. Rushing. They do have it. Baker. So there's liquidity on 8.5 if you want it. And they have 9.5 for better odds. So with player props, I do often take the lower line if I like a higher, as long as it's acceptable odds-wise. If we're talking, let me just rule of thumb. If we are talking about like a total and we're looking at a 47.5 versus 49.5, like Fliff has been doing this week, and they're juicing it, they're taxing you at like a minus 140 for 2 more points. Give me the better odds and the tougher line. That's the easiest way I can describe it. So for game betting, it's all about the odds, in my opinion, because they're already tight lines. When we're talking about player props, yeah, I will often, I'll trade the 15 cents for an easier cash. Yo, Woody, thank you very much. I appreciate that. 760 something people already this morning, 30 minutes into the show, and we're only 1 game in. Let's move. Next one up, we've got the Bengals and Browns. You already saw me talking about it for a hot second today. With the Bengals, listen, we need to look at, let me look up some live odds here for Jamar Chase. Actually, let's do it over here. Let's do both. So Chase and left side, let's bring up Burrow. How about that? Do we want to look at individual markets? Nah, I don't think so. I'm just thinking through my things here. Okay, that's all. Let's just bring up Jamar Chase. I don't even care about the odds right now. We're just going to talk about the player. a lot to like here for Jamar Chase today. The only concern, and J-Step highlighted it, I actually like David Njoku. We're going to talk about him for a hot second, too. He was like plus 250 for a touchdown. He had 4, I think, with Flacco last year. Anyways, we have seen Cleveland kind of be the kryptonite for Joe Burrow and also Jamar Chase. Now, I'm going to tell you the truth. I don't hang my hat that keeps my bald head warm. I don't hang my hat on past history versus teams the way others do. The NFL changes so much from year to year. Coaching changes. Players are gone in and out. It's a revolving door for NFL players. So I struggle to sit here and be like, wow, man, he's been under in, 5 of 7 games against Cleveland since 2021. Well, I'm like, what? Who cares about the 2021 results? My gosh, who cares about the 2021 results? It makes no sense to me. Oh, bummer. I had something really cool set up for my TV. Oh, let me see. Give me a second. Just want to make sure it's not going to show any personal information when I turn it on. Internet. This is going to be cool. Give me a second. I was so proud of myself. Just give me one moment. There it is. How cool. Oh. This is going to be worth it for maybe just me, but you got to treat yourself. I've been watching Parks and Rec. Whatever. Oh, I got it. Check this out. Look at my background. Oh, you can't even see it. It's blurry. Oh, man. That is such a bummer. Not even worth. Wasn't even worth halting the show. Oh, my bad. Anyways, Joe Burrow, don't care about future or previous years. Last year's stuff sometimes matters to me, but man, I really have a hard time caring too much about it. Did get stuffed by Cleveland in week 7, 181 passing yards for 252. I just don't care. I don't know how else to put it. 2 tutties first in the first time, 3 the next. Oh, you got dominated by Cleveland. Well, Chase had 97 yards and a touchdown. And then the other game against Cleveland, he had 55 yards and a touchdown. Yeah, they seem to maybe take away some of the target share from Chase, but this is Jamar Chase. Like, what are we concerned about? He's a human highlight reel. 1,700 yards, 17 touchdowns last season. What are we doing? Like, I'm not concerned. Jamar Chase is on the thumbnail for a reason. I think he's one of the best bets to score a touchdown today. I just don't want to mess with, 2022 data and try to apply it to the first game of 2025. It just doesn't matter to me. It just doesn't matter to me. Okay. So with that being said, Bengals minus 5.5 is a little suspect to me. I think the Cleveland Browns come out today, play some inspired home football with veteran Joe Flacco. The vets can do that for teams. It's not a disheveled team huddling around Deshaun Watson like we saw. So I think the cover for the Browns could happen. Of course, I like the Bengals money line, and I also do like the under 47.5. When we're looking at the props on Underdog, the projections over here, I already started to talk about them a little bit. Now, again, I do not have access to all touchdowns on Underdog. If you do have a Jamar Chase touchdown projection, I like it. I'm not going to mess around. I like it a lot there. If you have one for David Njoku, he's going to be a really high multiplier, so I don't mind that. I also do not mind his receptions or his receiving yards. We saw him do pretty well last season with Joe Flacco, and I think Flacco is going to feed the boy. Mike Gesicki, I think, is a sneaky play today as well. I think him for the receiving yards is a really interesting play. You know what else agrees with me? All right. If you didn't catch this one, this was the first official pick I had given away 20-something minutes ago to the 800 of you in here. It sounds like some new people have kind of rolled in. You're going to get a ton of stuff today. We're making parlays. I'm giving away picks. We're looking at the cheat sheets, all that good stuff. So anyways, there's Jamar Chase, minus 122 on Novig we got earlier this week. There's Mike Evans, plus 130. Loved him earlier this week. There's David Njoku. Can you see it down here? You can. Can I go bigger? Yeah, it doesn't matter. Plus 250. Like, there's a lot to like there. There's just a lot to like here. I'm actually going to close this one out. This is the player prep trend sheet I made earlier this week. Parlay pieces. Anybody? Bijan Robinson, 80-plus rushing yards. You know, I told you. I got lines in here from minus 110 to minus 300. I wanted to vary the type of pieces you could use. Chase Brown, I talked about receiving today. 2+ receptions. Lock him in. Love it. Burrow, 250+ passing. Again, I ain't worried. I'm just not. Baker Mayfield, 2+ passing touch. Like, this sheet was a plus 10,000. This was plus 10,700. There's a lot to like here. Where are my projections? Aha. There it is. I knew I had them somewhere. Right side of the screen, my friends, you are looking at the MySporty Edge 10,000 simulations model projections. And we've got really cool, indicators here. Mike Gesicki. And then you see a little green arrow up. What do you think that means? Over 20.5 receiving yards. Listen, player projections is never going to be like game projections. The game projections model you've used for several years now with me. If you're an OG, you know it's very good. All right. We're talking very high win rates, profit across all three markets. Player projections is just going to be different. There's way too many variables. I think they're fun, and I think they're going to be helpful to identify some things, but I don't know if we can hang our hats on and say, lock and load, believe everything you see here for NFL. It's just too volatile. The reason why people are super excited about my projections, though, is because the strikeout model, the play of the day, that's the highest differential best bet grade of the day for MLB, is like 73 and 28 on the season for strikeouts. 73 wins, 28 losses. For a hot minute there, we were doing 3 units per bet for that. So I think a lot of people, and I saw it in chat a little bit too, were saying Mike Gesicki over 20.5 receiving yards, highest grade of the week, lock. I'm sorry. While I do like the play, this isn't MLB strikeouts. Okay. Please be mindful. Please be mindful. But I do like the play. All right. Let's move on to the next game. We'll keep going. And then, we're going to breeze through some of these ones. And then, because I still want to make some parlays. And I got to get to the community picks moment where you guys give me your favorite picks. And I'll plop them right here on the spreadsheet. You get a chance to shout yourself out here. Gain some notoriety. Be an MVP for the fam. Dolphins, Colts. Model likes the Dolphins to win on the road. Plus 1.5 cover, of course. Over 46.5. I don't understand that too much, but I can't argue with a model that continues to cash. I don't like either of these offenses enough to like the over. I don't like Daniel Jones there. That does make me like the Dolphins to win outright on the road. I do not care. It's Daniel Jones. And it's not like Daniel Jones is a world beater for any type of market other than potentially rushing yards if he just can't find anybody open. Colts have a few decent receivers. Josh Downs could be interesting out of the slot today for what that's worth. Can we skip this game? Is everyone okay with it? There's a lot of games to cover here, and I'm 36 minutes in, and I feel like I'm a little behind on what I want to be doing. Because I want to mess around here on Novig. I want to build a slip here for Novig today because they have this 15% parlay boost. I want to do stuff on Underdog, and then I have to make parlays. I have to. We got to get crazy here, and we still have the community section that we need to make our community picks. But I want to make some nutty plus 2,000, plus 5,000. Like I don't want to go prop by prop. That's all. Skip onto Jags Panthers. Okay. Chase, that's all I needed here. Just needed one person to say do it. We go. Panthers, Jags. Panthers to cover on the road, +3. Do you like it? I kind of do. I actually think the over could be interesting as well. I think this could be one of those games where the offenses show up, show out, surprise you a little bit. I think both teams are kind of on the rise, believe it or not. I don't know if they're challenging, the AFC South and the NFC south, but north, south. Are the Panthers in the north? No, they're in the south. They're in the south. North is Bears and Packers and Lions. But anyways, I like this model, and I actually built this out. The Jags, and then I took an alt line of plus 3.5 for the Panthers. So Jags money line, Panthers plus 3.5, and then over 47.5. Check this out. I'll do it live. Why not? What am I doing here? Where are you? All right. Oh my gosh, the line has moved a lot. Total has moved too. I mean, why not? You know, the model liked it. I'm done arguing with the model. Plus 772. I think that's going to be a fun way to use the model this week, too. Here was another one. Plus 589. Commanders. Money line was there. Giants to cover. If you want to like tease this stuff to cover those like touchdown and 10-point barrier, things like that, you guys can tease it. You could tease the totals. Heck, if you had teased the Friday night total by 3 points, you sweep it again. Back-to-back sweeps. I think there's a lot of ways to use this stuff. Player props wise, Chuba Hubbard carries is interesting to me. I think it was 13.5. I think he could pop off today. You know, Rico Dowdle, I think is pretty decent. But this is Chuba's backfield for now. Brian Thomas Jr. to score a touchdown. Freaking love it. Absolutely love it. I think Brian Thomas Jr. could absolutely pop off today. Oh, by the way, the game models, before I forget, the number one money line pick of the week was Philly. All right, yeah, tough ask. The number one spread of the week was the Chargers. The number one total of the week is the over 47.5 for Detroit and Green Bay. If you parlayed all the top pick from each market, it was almost a plus 400. I did that for tracking purposes and because I'm a degenerate. And last leg left, Detroit and Green Bay plus 400 to cash this out. If you run out the twos, you got to decide between the money line for Baltimore or the spread for Baltimore, which I believe has actually shifted to minus 1.5. You could probably just go Baltimore money line and then grab the under. Oh, that game's over. Dallas and Philly, number 2 bet rank, already cashed. So you'd have to move on to the next one. What's the next total? Houston and LA over 43.5. Wow, the number 2 total cash too. Ha! I love this model, man. Oh my gosh. All right. Go sidetrack. Yes and yes. We're going to do them both. I just kind of want to breeze over some analysis. That's all. Giants. Nobody other than Malik Neighbors to score a touchdown. Like I want nothing else to do with this. Jaden Daniels rushing touchdown is interesting to me. Could surprise. The 2.5 receptions for Eckler looked good earlier this week, but it's since moved to 3.5. Receiving yards would be next up for me for Austin Eckler. Interestingly enough, when you look at his rush attempts for the week, it ain't that much higher than Chris Rodriguez. I think he has like one more rush attempt on his projection. Just nothing there for me. Darius Slayton, I think, could surprise. Believe it or not, he's still a burner. He's still fast as heck. His average depth of target annually is very high. Longest reception is an interesting play. You know, don't hold me to it. Please don't. This is going to be volatile. But I think higher than 16.5 longest reception for Darius Slayton is a very interesting play. Same for Malik Neighbors. You saw Russell Wilson hit George Pickens last year for 20-plus reception in 5 of the first 6 games before he lost his starting job. I think Darius Slayton and Malik Neighbors, he loves to throw it deep. He loves it. So I think Malik Neighbors and Darius Slayton are interesting long reception guys. All right, let's move on. Vegas and New England. Jonty's going to get 300 touches this season. Does he get it in week 1? I don't know. They're on the road. I think New England's on the rise. That's an interesting spot. Travion Henderson, I like his receiving yards today. He's got good hands, and I think he's going to get an opportunity in the open field to make some plays. I think they can hit him with a screen or something out of the backfield. Receiving yards is interesting. Brock Bowers to score a touchdown was like a plus 180 for opening day. Give me that. Geno Smith is such an upgrade at quarterback. And we saw Brock Bowers look like an absolute stud last year as a rookie. and we're going to get him with Geno, who is not a world breaker, but he's definitely slightly above average at worst. I think Brock is on the rise. Jacoby Myers receiving yards could be interesting as well. I wouldn't sleep on that 55.5. I'm not touching anybody else on either side. All right. So if people are like, man, he's starting to zoom through, sorry, I'm trying to catch up a little bit. I'm behind schedule. Pittsburgh at the Jets. How fun is this? I'm not touching this garbage. I want nothing to do with this game. Garbage everywhere. It's an interesting play if you want anything whatsoever. It's the rushing yards for Justin Fields. I talked about it in my touchdown picks video. He's like a plus 230 to score. Listen, he's already talked about how much he just needs to be a playmaker this season for the Jets. I think we're done watching pocket passing Justin Fields, and I think we just watch him go out there and do what he did in his second season when he had, I think he had 1,100 rushing yards or something, didn't he? I think he ran for like 1,100, and he had 8 rushing touchdowns. That's the Justin Fields we'll get, I believe, until he loses his job again, unless the Jets are like, full tank job. Let's just let Fields go out there and make plays. So I think Justin Fields' rushing yards is just a bit low for the upside we have for him. I think he's going to tuck and run a ton. And I want nothing to do with Pittsburgh. Like, nothing whatsoever. The spiteful Aaron Rodgers against the Jets. Whatever. I don't care. You play it if you want. 700 viewers on X, 300 on YouTube. Whew. Man, you guys are making my tummy tingle. Thank you very much for that. What have I asked for likes today? Once. 119? All I did was ask in the beginning of the show. I have such a goated community. Freaking kidding me? Thank you very much for this, man. Oh, my goodness. I am blown away by this support today. Thank you so much. How about X? We got any likes and retweets over there to help spread awareness? We are the second highest viewed live show right now on X. Oh, my gosh. For sports, in the sports category. Thank you so much for this. Oh, man. I love y'all. I appreciate it. Let's keep moving. Miami and Indy, Devon Achane. Okay. If you believe, fully healthy, you're not concerned anymore. Receiving yards looks a little low. It just looks a little low. We had played his receiving yards last season for quite some time. Let me ACH. Yep. And I'm going to finish that. ANE. Okay. And let me give his receiving yards market. So 28.5 on that's Hard Rock. Let's take a look. We had played this a ton at one point in the season, and he cashed out like crazy. And it was lower at the time. It was lower. But at 28.5, 30.5, 28.5 on BetMGM, you get an extra cash there. I just think that we're going to get Achane without a backup essentially this year. I think Jalen Wright is hurt and Mostert is gone. Like, we are finally going to get Achane, the 1A, the 1B, the 1C. There's no rotation. It's just Achane and go for the offense. And I think when you have a guy like this with massive upside and speed, and you have these types of lines, it's hard not to like them. It's just hard not to like them. So his rush attempt prop today, 14.5 makes me think he's healthy. His receptions prop today at 4.5 makes me think he's healthy. I mean, we're looking at potentially 18 to 19 touches. The 31.5 just looks low. Okay. I'm just going to leave it at that. I didn't put money on it. I got 4 VIP plays today, and that is not one of them, but that was on my very short list, as was Darius Slayton, believe it or not. Jonathan Taylor and the rest of the Indianapolis Colts, I want nothing to do with. I'm sorry. I want to see the Daniel Jones impact. Moving on. Arizona and the Saints. Arizona 6.5 point favorites on the road against the Saints. Spencer Rattler led Saints. Elvin Kamara, interesting play for receptions. Don't have access here. Receiving yards would be next up for me. We saw him get, I think, 6, 7, 7, and 8 targets in 4 games with Rattler last year. James Conner, rushing yards is interesting. Touchdown is interesting. The rushing touchdowns is there. Okay, cool. That was a good play right there. That's about it for that game. We can quickly move on. I want to start making some parlays. That's why I'm going to breeze through this for a minute, okay? You guys must be liking it. 1,050 viewers, 316 on YouTube. Thank you very much for that. San Francisco and Seattle, Kenneth Walker. I like all the Kenneth Walker today. I am a big believer in his game. I think he's in a good spot. And I am a little nervous of Christian McCaffrey. By the way, the projections have McCaffrey, it was 67.5 to start the week, I think, and it just keeps going down. Our projections opened up at 53.5. I think it was the fifth best projection per the model. So maybe lower for the total yards. I'm just a little leery of Christian McCaffrey. George Kittle's my guy this week. George Kittle is my guy. And while we're here, let's do it. Let's talk about George Kittle. Slide it on screen. It's about time for another VIP pick. Posted this last night. It was actually 60.5 when I posted the bet link. Okay. The graphic I made 62.5 because I was simply using DraftKings, but we got him at 60.5. Beautiful. It's been moving up though. It's been moving up. I'm loving the CLV we might potentially be getting here in week one, although I will say CLV in NFL is almost irrelevant. It's too volatile. No Debo. No Brandon Ayuk. I don't know about the health for CMC. It's smoke and mirrors all the way. A good signal for this prop for me was the fact that his receptions was at 4.5. It opened at like minus 120, and it's been moved all the way up to 5.5. That is quite the move. Yes, Ricky Purcell, another again, like these pass catchers, I think might all be undervalued out there for the 49ers. The reason why I went with Kittle over Purcell and Jennings, I had to remember the other one. Kittle has the most experience and chemistry with Brock Purdy. I looked at Brock Purdy's. Oh, by the way, let me finish off my Kittle's notes. 7 games without Ayuk last season. He had 100+ yards in 4 of them. So I like the upside. And when I bet on players receiving yards, rushing yards, I want to know that they're not going to be like hovering around the dang line. Like I ain't trying to take George Kittle if his overs are like 72 yards, 68 yards, 75. Like, give me a guy who can absolutely obliterate a volume-based line like this, So give me Kittle, and I like the ladder today, 70, 80, 90, 100. I think he's ladder worthy. So this was my second pick for the show. I looked at Brock Purdy's passing yards as well, and that was a nice indicator too. He was at like 243 with juice to the over for his passing yards. If Brock Purdy ends up throwing 250+ yards in this game, which I really think they could, because if there's any concern about CMC and Isaac Guerendo's shoulder as the backup, or Brian Robinson Jr. not being ready to get decent snaps if he's called upon, they're going to throw. They're going to have to. And I think Kittle would be the main benefactor. So that's where I put my money. We're getting to the parlays. You guys are the best. I love it. You just want them so bad. Parlays and community picks coming up next. We're getting towards the end of the games. Don't worry. Tennessee and Denver, we can breeze through this one. Cortland Sutton receiving yards, Cortland Sutton receptions. I like both. These might end up being official. I'm just telling you now. Sutton last season. Can I do this, or do I have to refresh the page? Because the odds have probably shifted around here. Let's see. Oh, it stays. Receiving yards at 57.5 is just interesting. My man really closed out the season really well, but look at the receptions. Why is it at 5? I don't get that. I mean, that's got to be one of the better plays. I'm going to have to go look at this one. 4.5, minus 126. Minus 115 on FanDuel. Pick 'em apps have it too. J.K. Dobbins for a tutty today, plus 162. I like that as well. Let's leave Sutton in there. I got to circle back that. Actually, Just screams too low. Let's move on. I saw people talking about Calvin Ridley in chat this week for a longest reception. That's an interesting one. Could get a few prayers up there. Detroit, Green Bay. All right, finally, we made it to some good games here. Some marquee matchups. Betting models, absolutely love. I'll get to Q&A, and we will also do, Ridley's long reception is interesting. We'll do parlays, community picks, and Q&A. It's coming up. You guys are almost done with it. Thank you for hanging. Betting models have the Packers. Lions covering 47.5 to the over. Again, I told you the game models best pick for each game or for each market was the last leg. Okay, I already cashed the Cowboys. I cashed the Chargers. Cowboy spread, Chargers money line, and the over 47.5 for the Lions Packers. I think that's it. Plus 400. Just taking literally the betting models top picks that we give. Minus 124 for Sutton on Novig. Yeah, that's W. So let's see what this looks like. Because I actually love it. I think that, I've gone too far. Oh, I'm not taking a 1 point. I mean, my gosh. If this game ends up like this, 28-27, plus 4,200, but we could tease this. Let's cover the field goal. I mean, this very well could happen today for a plus 838. This has got to be one of the, I can see it, parlays of the week. I could see it. You know what I mean? Like some games you just look at and you're like, it's going to be a close game. It could be high scoring and close. Well, then what the heck, people? If we think it's going to be a close game and high scoring, I've wasted money on worse things. You know, that is a really interesting parlay. I know people on all the player props parlays, but this is something to look at. I know everybody has access to exchanges these days. There's no excuses. There's no excuses. And listen, what if you're on the other side of it? You're like, yeah, I think the Lions win though. And I think that the Packers will cover. Or, you know, maybe we can alt them. Plus, what do you think? 7.5? Like, what do you want to do? Okay. Lions win on the road, high scoring game. Packers keep it within a touchdown. Plus 440? I think these two teams are like right here. Okay. Lions are slightly above them. The Packers are on the rise and they're healthy. These are good parlays. Donuts, I like the plus 3.5. Okay. Lions win on the road, 48 plus points. Packers keep it within a field goal, plus 900. I know there's somebody out there that's running both sides right now. I know somebody just watched this and they're like, okay, Lions and Packers plus 3.5, plus 900. And then they went back and they also did Packers, Lions plus 3.5, plus 800. One of them hits. If they score 48 points and the game's within a field goal and one of those hits, you're making bank no matter what. I like it. Anyways, let's go look at another VIP play. It's week 1. Let's do it. Jahmyr Gibbs. Anytime freaking touchdown. I think this is the most broken odds of week 1. It makes no sense. And I highlighted Fliff for the odds there because for the rushing touchdown, you actually get a plus 110 if you wanted the rushing touchdown. We're talking about a guy that had 20 touchdowns last season in his second year in the league. 4 through the air, 16 on the ground. To close out the year, his anytime touchdown weekly was like minus 150, minus 170. And because it's week 1 and Monty is healthy and they're on the road against the Packers, we got him for a bargain of like minus 112 or something. I can't remember what I posted it at. I don't get it. Matter of fact, with Montgomery, he scored a touchdown in all but, I think, 2 games or 3 games with him last year. Like, what's the concern? I don't get it. Oh, but it's the Packers. They didn't give up a lot of rushing touchdowns last year. Yeah, they didn't. You're right. Guess who scored against them both games? Jahmyr Gibbs. I don't get it. Probably my number one play of the week. I love it. And what I like the most about it is if the Lions offense is humming along, it's because Gibbs is probably having a good game. If the Lions are losing, you know who's coming off the field? David Montgomery. If they're down by 2 scores, late third, early fourth, it's Jahmyr Gibbs time. It's the guy who can make plays out of the backfield. And so if he's in the game, no huddle offense, 2-minute offense, we've got anytime touchdown upside for days. I love it. Plugged it in. Montgomery, anytime touchdown is like plus 130 or something. Nothing wrong with it at all. I think it's a fine option. Rushing yards, Jahmyr Gibbs was interesting. Josh Jacobs for a touchdown was interesting. Again, I just don't have access to these where I am. Samuel Laporta, long reception, also interesting. People laughed at me for Travis Kelce over 18.5 long reception. Yeah, Travis Kelce cashed that one. Stop laughing. These tight ends on these run heavy teams, man, the play action just opens up the seam. We already covered the Rams, I think. No, yes, we covered Nico Collins, Kyron Williams for a touchdown, Kyron Williams rushing yards, Puka Nacua receptions. There's a lot to like here. CJ Stroud pass attempts was like, 30.5? I thought was low. Let's talk about the Bills game. Did I post the Sunday Night Football cheat sheet? I'm going to close out some stuff here. Boop, boop. We got to look at parlay pieces. Y'all see enough touchdown targets. I can close this out. Nico Collins, close this out. Projections out. Game model has the Ravens winning outright, and they were plus 1.5 to start the week. They have moved to minus 1.5. Now, my OGs know this, and maybe some of you have figured it out by wearing, Bills stuff or Josh Allen posters on the wall. I'm a massive Bills fan. I do like Derrick Henry to score a touchdown tonight. If you watched any of my videos this week, he's in there. He scored in the playoffs last year against the Bills. He scored in 5 or 6 straight games against Buffalo as well, dating back to Titans years. I'm trying to remember if I had anything else. I don't think I did. Let me share my cheat sheet, though. Let's talk about this Sunday night game real quick, because I'm not going to come back on for a video for tonight. So let me just show you right now. Uno momento, por favor. There you go. Let's go full screen. All right. Here's my cheat sheet. Ravens, Bills. You guys can find this on X. It's posted inside Discord. Henry does destroy the Bills. I know. Trust me. So this is what it opened at. Oh, no, I'm sorry. This is not what it opened at. It opened at plus 1.5. And the line you can see it has shifted to minus 1.5 for the Ravens. And the Bills are now underdogs at home, plus 111. Looks like 3 eyes, but those are ones. Buffalo plus 111 at home just screams value to me. DVP again last year. A lot of highs and lows. Ravens allowing a ton of passing yards, no rushing yards. Least rushing yards in the NFL. 7th least rushing touchdowns. Running backs caught the ball a lot against them, though. Wide receivers caught the ball a lot. Tight ends caught the ball a lot. Bills offensive playmakers, Khalil Shakir maybe, have him for 3+ receptions. He cashed 3+ receptions. Can I make this bigger? A little bit. 3+ receptions in 13 of 15 games. So he made a parlay piece. Josh Allen had a touchdown in 14 of 17. Lamar Jackson, 30+ rushing yards, 1+ passing touchdown. And then last but not least, Derrick Henry, 60+ rushing yards, 16 of 17. Let's see if that's even a viable parlay. And then let's just get to our parlay section of the video. I didn't even add Derrick Henry touchdown. That very well could have been there. All right. Super juiced. I don't like that to start. Let's see. Oh, wow. This is going to be great. I need receptions. There we go. And And who was the last freaking play? Oh, Henry. All right. So I've talked about this earlier in the week. These are parlay pieces. They are not put them together to make a plus 158. I hate betting like this. Alt line betting is stupid. I'm sorry it is. It just is. It's really dumb, in my opinion. I think people burn a hole through their bankroll for it. What I do like this type of stuff for is just kind of cutting through the juice a little bit. For instance, let's say you love Derrick Henry for a tutty, but you're not willing to pay a minus 155. But you think Derrick Henry to score touchdowns a lock. All right. Not a lot of people are comfortable with this. You know what you can do? We cashed this in 16 to 17 games last year. You know he's going to get a ton of carries. His rushing attempt prop is like 18 and a half. So you use a parlay piece and you just bang it out like this. Now you're sitting at a comfortable minus 102. Does this make sense? Chat, are we okay on this? Are we understanding now what the parlay pieces are supposed to be? They're not a lock and load. Bet these 5 in a row. Exactly, T-Sox. Preach. You need 5 things to come to fruition? You better be getting plus 500 for it. Plus 400. I ain't doing it for a plus 158. So that's how I believe you should be using parlay pieces. Oh, you think this game will stay close? But you need a parlay piece. Okay, so you grab the spread and you go 7.5, 7.5, and you need a parlay piece for it. Right? Okay, jam a parlay piece in. So when I post those, because I do these for the primetime games, every primetime game, I post these. Those things, yeah, exactly, J Moss. Exactly. Those are not supposed to be, hey, Donuts built a parlay. No, I did not. They're supposed to be used in conjunction with other plays, cutting down the juice. Just slight edges. That's all we're looking for. Anyways, interesting. Here, can I blow the screen up here? Yeah, let's do that. Look at this. I was looking at some data this morning. There were over 90% of the money this morning was on Baltimore money line. What? The under 51.5 this morning was like 80% of the tickets, over 80% of the money on the under 51.5. What? I don't know about you. And maybe it's just because I'm a Bills fan. That just doesn't make sense. Why? It's the Bills. Yo, thank you very much, Jamas. By the way, I got my camera off so I can sip coffee, if you guys are wondering. Here I am. I'm back. Woo-hoo. Thank you very much. I'm so thankful that so many people have showed up this morning on this first show again for the NFL season. I really do appreciate that immensely. Y'all are goated for it. Thank you very much. We're an hour in. Halfway, my friends. Let's keep going. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying, Kevin. How often do you want to be betting with the public in week 1? Like, I'm not telling y'all what to do. But a lot of people thought the Bills were the best team in the AFC last season. Me too. However, they're home on Sunday Night Football. You're getting plus 111 odds. And over 80% of the public is saying, I love the Ravens tonight. Okay. Oh, the parlay pieces are hot, huh? 4 or 5 hit. W. Cool. See, that's what I mean. I don't know. I think it looks kind of weird. Like I'm talking and then I just stop talking to drink coffee. Does it look weird? If it doesn't look weird, I don't have to hide my camera. Fade the Public should be the name of the show. Let's go. I know, right? They really loaded us up Sunday night. The Thursday, Friday, and Sunday were all pretty decent games. I don't know about that Monday one though. Josh Allen for a rushing touchdown. I mean, come on, T. Come on. Bills money line. Josh Allen rushing touchdown. I'm in. What is that on Novig? I'm right here. And then let's get to everything I want to do now. That was the analysis portion. Now it's time to be a degenerate. You're giving me a plus 200 for Josh Allen to score and the Bills to cover? Or the Bills to win outright? Lamar will take your money. I love it. NFL fans are the best. You really are. Sunday night parlay boost. What do we think? Do we drop it? Is this happening? I mean, how far do we take this? I'm a Lamar Jackson fan. Me too. I like Lamar. I think he's a cool dude. I like his game. Hey, respect. Plus 646. Give me the Bills. Give me Henry for a tutty. Allen for a tutty. Over 47.5. Tease the total down 3 points. I mean, I like it. I think we could parlay in the Lions as well. You know, Jahmyr Gibbs tutty over 47.5, or tease that to 44.5. There's so many things we can do. I think we should start building though. You guys ready? My question in the chat, because these are my question in the chat is, do we want to get to this? Because I think this is new, and I don't think this is new, and I think people will be interested in having their name here and having a chance to gain some Donuts betting community notoriety. Do you want it? Do we want to do it? Do we want to do community picks before I go full degen for 30 minutes and just build out some crazies? I think here's our shot for it. Everybody cook it up right now. Now's your time to cook. If you got plays, you got to be descriptive. All right. I know who you are. I can see your chat names. All right. So I type in like 3 Kings for YouTube, or X, for X comments. You need to tell me what the play is, be descriptive, and then tell me the book. You can't just say, give me Bills and Josh Allen touchdown. Okay. Tell me where. Maybe I don't need to track this. I think we should though. I'm not typing in 12 legs. Let's keep it easy to tail. I don't want to see I know you're joking. I don't want to see a 7-leg parlay with 5 alt lines either. Be bold. Show the brass. My friends. Fire them off. Let's go. 50 each. This gives me a chance to drink the coffee too. Take care of the headache. Whew. All right, Carson Whitman. I'm just going to type it in as the YouTube names I see. Chase Brown, over 2.5 receptions. FanDuel. Matter of fact, maybe we don't need the app. Montiki. Time touchdown. Gibbs. Jacobs. Wow. Fields. King Henry. Got you. All right, yeah. We're taking 5 minutes to let you guys fill out some plays. That's it. 5 minutes. Strive. What's up, bro? OG. Jay Taylor. Going for the single pick. Don't mind it. Holy moly, I got to slow down chat. You got the over, I'm assuming, 14.5. All right. For UD, let's go. Give me underdog. Jacoby Myers. Yes. So I saw his UD line this morning was at 54.5. 48.5. Where is that, though? Jonathan Ray. Where's his 48.5? You got to let me know. Kyler Murray. All right, remember, there's only 5. This is a 5-minute segment, my friends. Oh, yeah, T-Sacks. What up? 5 minutes. We're just hammering them out. Dang, chat. Oh, my gosh. Okay, hold on. I thought I'd get like 5 of these. I honestly was like, all right, 5 minutes. You know, give people 5 minutes. I might get like 5 or 10. My freaking chat. I'm like 15, 20 messages behind. I actually love it, though. Someone like T-Sox starts cashing out weekly. People are going to be listening to T-Sox. Maybe we start bringing people on the show if they're hot. You know, someone catches fire, makes money on like 4 straight picks. Shoot, bring them on. Gibbs, Bucky, TDs, Cincy money line. Let's go, Creamer. I like this play a lot. I feel like I slept on it, to be honest. I only saw it on the show today while I was talking, and I was like, whoa, hold up. Are you serious? Sutton's only at 4.5? I honestly don't understand the line. It makes me think I'm missing something, and I just need to go research it. Like he's hurt or something. I just don't get it. You're an X. All right, screw this. We're going to get rid of the app. I don't feel like typing everything. Delete column. All right, so I don't think people can see this, can you? Oh, there we go. See? Just got to figure it out. J-Step, what up, brother? What I love about that play, J-Step, is he is on my parlay pieces cheat sheet. Baker. 2+ touchdowns. You and me, baby. Let's ride it. Z Green. Gibbs, Jacobs, Barkley's done, brother. JT. Holy crap. All the reason to like my man out of the backfield. Underdog. Anytime touchdown, I thought was a brilliant play. It's also why, hey, what's up, John? This is Discord, John. What's up, bro? I'll put you down for it, too. Well, that's a good one. I'm going to start being a little selective here, my friends. There's so many. It's too hard to type all this. Holy smokes. Maybe I got to have a helper for this next week. I had no friggin' clue this many people were ready to fire off bets. Oh, my. What's the line? Oh, let's go, Francis. Let's go. I actually do like that, bro. That's a smooth operator right there. Good pick. Can I go higher in 250 zoom? Nope. Okay. His fantasy's that low? Full money. What is it? FTPS? What do they do it over there? Fantasy points like that, right? This is crazy. I can't believe it. I literally can't believe this many people are firing him off. I'm shook. I'm totally shook. This is nuts. Yeah, no doubt. But I am not. Again, I've talked about this. These were values when I made this. So, yes, Burrow 250 plus. A lot of books were giving you like a plus 140. Meanwhile, his line was like a 243. Like it was a broken line. I'm just not somebody who's going to say, Bijan Robinson, 50 plus rushing yards, parlay piece. I freaking hate those cheat sheets. I don't understand. I saw one yesterday, a cheat sheet from a big name with all sorts of stuff like CeeDee Lamb, like, 3+ receptions. And we're talking thousands of engagements. I don't get it. I'm not a content for clicks guy. Like, I will not put out something that I don't think will win people money. I just won't. Not a fan. Flacco for a pick? It's not bad. Oh, Joe Flacco told us to play his interceptions line. That's Z YouTube W. I like that. Let's go, neighbors. I like neighbors Teddy today too. Yo, what's up, JJ? What's up? What's good, man? Wonder if my boy Donuts is going with Gibbs Monty for a tutty. Remember that last year? Well, we comboed that a lot. What are the odds for that? I like the question. Let's look. They scored together in like 70% of the games. It's kind of nuts. Plus 337. Oh, that was Amon-Ra St. Brown. Oops. Monty's even better. Monty's a plus 158. Oh my goodness. What is it? Long reception for Renfro? Or is that his actual receiving yards? I need the line. What is it? Fill it in. That's a good one. I think he starts. I think he gets the start there and, line share of the carries to start off the game. But I do think he seeds the backfield at some point this year, if not today. This is fire. Like, comment, ASAP. Show some appreciation. Yo, I'm just happy people like this segment. It's a new segment. John, what's the Renfro line? That's his actual line? Oh my gosh. That's actually crazy, dude. Thank you, Dominique. Dominic. Oh, no. Tell me, which one is it? $15.5. I mean, that's a catch. It's a freaking catch. Played it on Novig. All right. I think we're good. We got 20 plays. Yeah, let's do it. We got 20 plays. I think that's good. Let's run those out. We'll go from there. How fun is this going to be? I can't wait to see these. And y'all better come back next Sunday and tout yourself once you cash. Get a name out. Get your name out there. Let me help. I'm happy. Let's go crazy now. Time to be an absolute degenerate. Just straight up let it hang. Swing around and let's freaking throw it in the wind. All our money. I'm talking about our money. Let's build out. Let's go crazy. I'm done showing off anything else. We're going full screen. This is degenerate style. People love this portion of my shows. Excellent segment. I'm so glad you guys had fun. I might have to ask my wife for a third coffee here. If I step out for 15 seconds, am I about to lose viewers? I need the coffee so bad. I have such a headache. Notifications checked. Let's go. Thank you. Thank you so much. It is time. 1 minute. Stay here. This is about to be empty. I'm empty on my energy juice. Jacob, no, you stay right there. Yeah, I'm gone. What if you hear me yelling? Are you okay? Vanilla. Chuck. Thanks. Let's go. Getting coffee too. It was a good time. Good time. Jordan Daniels. Behave yourself. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Let's go. Time to cook. I think we should start with anytime touchdowns. Or just do. Let's do it on DK. I like their touchdown menu. Because we can look at first touchdown, stuff like that. Water, too. That's a good freaking call. Humzy, we just had the Google Sheet. Top 20 picks from chat. This is fun, man. 1,400 people today. Pretty wild. Y'all are just too good to me. Absolutely too good to me. First day back. Hey, by the way, raise your hand. Who's going to come back for the Monday, Thursday live streams for primetime? I'm back tomorrow morning. If you're like, I freaking like this show, well, then come back tomorrow. I'm going to be here for you Monday. Let me go full screen. I feel like people pay attention when they see a bald guy on shows. Monday morning, 9 a.m. Eastern. Monday morning. That's tomorrow. Turn your notifications on your cell phone. I'm yelling at you right now. Do it. Turn the alarm on. Monday morning, 9 a.m. Eastern. And then again Thursday morning, 9 a.m. Eastern. Anytime there's NFL games being played, I am live at 9 a.m. Eastern right here on YouTube. You got to come back. How do we do that? Google Sheet and com slips? What if I just take a photo? Appreciate that, man. Oh, let me drop a link for you. Here you go. My kind of joke right there. Wait, so what time? All right, let's get after it. How crazy do we want to get here? Let's see. What do we have? 50% boost. Let me log in here. Let me log in. Off the screen. We still got to make our underdog or Novik slip too. Holy smokes. We got work to do. I'm logging into everything off the side here. I think we need to make Novik first. Verify my location. Stream is waiting. Verified. All right, there's one. Logging into DraftKings. My 3 main books. I am limited virtually everywhere. It's freaking annoying. Caesars, BetMGM, almost unusable these days for me. ESPN Bet caps all my parlays now. I just Bet 365. I got limited when I was in Virginia. Oh, Bet Rivers. I can't even touch that. Goodness. Fanatics. I think the highest straight bet I've been able to do on Fanatics is like $14 for like a year. It's so stupid. I'm literally down to DraftKings, FanDuel, and the exchanges. Flip, I don't have access to. What you could walk in. Oh my God. I will cover the camera. You can get off the ground. There's no way you just did that. I wish I had the camera on so you all just saw what I can't get over it. I just hear like this little laughing. Just laughing. Like, and I look down, my wife is crawling on the ground, like army crawling with my coffee. That is my best friend right there. Just that was funny, man. Anyways, I don't even know how I got on the topic of being limited. But anyways, this is why you're going to see me on Novig, FanDuel, and DraftKings for these shows. Let's claim all this stuff. I have no clue what they are, but I'm using them all. Complete degenerate today. Touchdown bet for prime time. Okay, cool. What else we got? Soccer. Who cares today? What are we doing here? $5. And this is the weird thing, but FanDuel just doesn't give me anything. $5, $10. Oh, great. I love FanDuel too. Why don't they love me? Love me. Love me the way I love you. NFL. DraftKings, what do you got for me? Live touchdown profit boost on any lot. I'm going to be using that in the Packers game today. Okay, I'm locked in. I got everything else. What do I have? Oh, that's right. I did a $100 no sweat bet on a plus 1,800. Maybe I'll be a little smarter today. Shout out to the missus. That's right. My donut hole. What up, Darnell? Oh, what's up, Darrell? I'll just show you right here, brother. No, that's my TikTok. Twitter. But bam! Your boy's on screen. Thank you very much for the follows at DFSnDonuts. DK is where it's at. Yeah, man. They're giving me all the 100% boost and stuff this week and $100 maxes. Like, DK knows what's up. They know people are heavy-handed this week. It's my donut hole. All right, I've wasted. Listen, Fanatics is an amazing book. 26 states legalized Fanatics, but I am limited to like $14 bets, so I can't enjoy it. I have 3 books I essentially use around the clock. The only 3 that really don't clamp me down. I gotta hide this off to the side. Leave that up there. All right, let's go. Let's get funky. Start with touchdowns. Thanks for letting me take a second to catch my breath. I mean, literally 90 straight minutes of giving away picks and content and analysis. You know, voice is starting to get tired. I needed coffee. I'm back. I'm not going to bet on this game for the sake of this video. However, I do think there's value here in Jaden Daniels as an anytime touchdown. I mean, the guy had what, 6 or 7 last year as a rookie. They don't have like a true running back. Brian Robinson, what, he have 8 or 9 rushing touchdowns last year, right? I think there's a chance today that Jaden Daniels punches one in. Tush push. Some type of scramble, 5 yards out. Just don't forget that I said that right here, right now. Jaden Daniels, I think, is nice. But for the sake of this show and putting together a touchdown parlay, I'm just not going to do it. We're going to start right there with my favorite, one of my favorites of the day to score a touchdown. 17 touchdowns last season. Healthy unit. He scored against Cleveland both times last year. If you hang your hat on, you know, historical matchups, which I don't, not too much. That's really good right there. Thank you so much for the follow, the like, the retweet. Man, I didn't even ask for that. Thank you. I got the best community. Literally number one out there. Number one in my heart, at least. It's the best. James Conner, I think, scores today. I think, like T-Sox brought up with Kyler Murray, potentially, under the weather. I mean, you see this play out a lot. It's hard to play football when you're dealing with the flu. I think they lean on the run game a lot today. I like James Conner for virtually everything. Yes, that's what I mean. Jane Daniels rush attempts 8.5. That's a high line for a quarterback. That screams no one trusts Chris Rodriguez and Austin Eckler to shoulder the load on the ground. Jane Daniels rushing yards, rush attempts, rushing touchdown, plus 190. All good plays, in my opinion. Let's go Chase. Let's go Conner. Here's where you can, I think, flex yourself a little bit. Yeah, you heard me. Flex. Okay? I will never swear on this show. You will always be able to have this on with kids in the background on your Sunday mornings while you make your pancakes. I promise you that. I don't cuss too much, and I definitely don't do it on air. So, flex. Mike Evans plus 130. But this is where I think some of these juicy touchdown stuff matters because you're making a parlay, so they can slide in there. But for the sake of this, honestly, I don't feel great about anything here. Like, none of them. I just don't. I think there's much better plays. James Conner, I think, could even be removed to an extent. I'm concerned about everybody in this game. I'd like to see him prove it on the road. Jonty. You know what's not sleeping on your Giants today? The betting models, Sewer. My 10,000 simulation model has the Giants covering plus 6.5. I think it's a top 5 play for spreads. This is such a good show, stream. Good job, brother, with the picks and format. I've been engaged from the very start. Oh, my gosh. Yo, that is so nice of you to say. It's a new format, I had to try it out. So hearing that people like it means a lot to me. Thank you for the feedback. Brian Thomas Jr., if you like wide receiver touchdowns today, top 3 play for me. I think it's probably Jamar Chase, number 1, Mike Evans, number 2, plus 130. Brian Thomas, I think, scores today. One of the sneakiest touchdown plays on the entire slate. J.K. Dobbins. Yes, R.J. Harvey's going to get some burn today. He's going to. He's got a lot of upside. I think he actually takes the backfield away from J.K. Dobbins sometime this year. However, my friends, I think the veteran's going to get the things that matter the most in the beginning. And what's that going to be? Pass protection, because they got to keep Bo Nix healthy, and red zone. They didn't bring Dobbins in and give him what they give him, $5 million guaranteed to not have important roles in this offense. So I think at the very beginning here, Dobbins for plus 160 is a great touchdown bet. I love it. If you are concerned about McCaffrey at all today, Brian Robinson Jr. plus 320, I think is interesting. Garendo looked great last year in his limited opportunities, I should say, plus 500, sneaky. I love you. I appreciate you being here. 4 VIP plays today. I gave 2 of them on stream, 4 inside Discord, and I'll have the VIP parlay on there as well. That is $15 to join up. I'm telling you right now, it's worth. It just is. The amount of stuff, there's like 20 premium channels. I don't know, 15 plus premium channels. I have like 5 on my own. Pick them, everything. College football last night went 1-0. I am not a quantity better. I am quality. So 1 of 5 picks, easy to tail per day. You get a bet link. It's worth. It's worth. Man, I'm starting to lose my voice. Jahmyr Gibbs, minus 105. Elite. You know what I like here? Like, let's remove Conner for a second and just kind of think through this. Jamar Chase, 17 touchdowns last year. Jahmyr Gibbs, 20 touchdowns last year. Minus 110? Minus 105? 17 and 20. What? What is it on FanDuel for those two? Like, yeah, we could we could flirt with all of these other options. By the way, minus 140 over here. Like, there are other options that are going to, like Bijan, right? Jonathan Taylor. You can try to dance around and find some really good ones. But what if we also $15, fam? Just use code NFL. Use code NFL. 3 letters. But like, what if we just backed the guys who score the most in the NFL, who are alphas in their offenses? Kyron Williams, dark horse, offensive MVP, offensive player of the year this year. Book it. I like it. I've over the last week, just thinking through things, protecting Matt Stafford, the way he has played, how many touchdowns he scored when he came out halfway through the year in 2023, how many he scored last year in 2024. He can score on the ground. He can score in the air. And we're getting a minus 125. What do you have? I think he had, 17 last year in like 15 games? Come on. Why are we dancing around these guys? And why aren't we just Derrick Henry, another guy? What do you have, 18? Jamar Chase, over 25.5 longest reception. Yeah, why not? Nico Collins, over 25.5. Yeah, why not? CeeDee Lamb, over 23.5. Cash. That was on my YouTube channel. These guys are starting off their season with low, long reception lines with a deep history of being able to cash the overs. And it's only low because it's week 1. So, like right here, I think we need to bet this. Matter of fact, let's put that win in on Novig. I'm just going to take, let me, I got to refresh my geolocation on Novig. And I'm going to use that boost they got over there. There's Novig. By the way, a few of them are right here. By the way, look at these names. Connor, Evans, Gibbs, Chase, Henry. Hey, guess who made this and put it in the app? Yeah, me. I'm a partner. That means I get to make stuff in here for people to try to make money. It's not even tagged. It's not even like DFSnDonuts touchdowns. No. I literally was like, hey, if you want to partner for a referral, I want to help people make money in your app. I don't want to just be shilling out referral codes, which, by the way, you haven't even heard me use for 100 minutes, an hour and 40 minutes of the show, and you have not heard me say, use code Donuts. By the way, code Donuts works everywhere. Underdog, Novig. I literally was like, hey, if I'm going to partner, I don't want to be one of those guys out there that is just trying to make money off your app. I want people to have good picks. So what I do is weekly, I'm going to have some picks in here. And what I want you to do, first off, like, you want to run the parlay with me, by all means. I'm always going to parlay them. But like, once they're one click entered, okay, check this out. Now you got some staples. I mean, right there. Shoot. 17 touchdowns, 20. How many had Henry have? He had upwards of, I thought he had 18, right? What did I say, 18? 16 rushing, 2 receiving, 18. What a list. How about Kyron Williams? Stats. He's so freaking good. 12 games with the Rams 2 years ago, had 15 touchdowns. 16 games last year, 16 touchdowns. The dude is a walking touchdown. How are the odds so good? Season opener? Concerns about Stafford's health? Yeah, I talked about Bowers already too. +180 on my touchdown picks video on YouTube Saturday. I published that noon, by the way. If you were not subscribed on YouTube, I'm here 7 days a week. 7 days a week. I'm here on YouTube, my friends. Monday, Thursday, Sunday, 3 live shows weekly. Anytime there's an NFL game, I will be streaming. That includes Thanksgiving. That includes Christmas. I like doing this too much to skip. It's just part of who I am in life. This community building stuff is like my jam. I just love it. So I will be here. So Monday morning, tomorrow morning, you better be here with me, 9 a.m. We're going to make Monday Night Football stuff. I'm using this. I don't know if this is going to show any private stuff. I will show the ticket after I enter, though. This is the new desktop version for No Big. So, oh, no, it's not. Nothing private. Cool. Right here. Come on. Let's go, chat. If I share this with you, can you one-click enter this? Oh, gosh. What did I just click? I don't know if that's going to show like my email or some garbage. Share. It's just a photo. I want to show the bet link. Here's a link for you then. This will enter Jamar Chase, Derrick Henry, and Jahmyr Gibbs into your app for you. And then you just got to add Kyren Williams. Hey, appreciate it, Jehu. Thanks. Make sure you check into Discord. So the Odd Shopper app, let me show you guys this. And then let's make another parlay. Let's go crazy though. I want like a plus 5,000. We gotta get funky here. So here's my Odd Shopper, my tails.bet, DFSnDonuts. Listen, it's popular. I've been doing this for 6-7 years. You know, I'm around the block. I've been around the block. I'm an old man. But you'll see a lot of followers for a reason here. That's the tails.bet link. That's in the description section. That's also in my Twitter bio. If you use code donuts, this is $15 for your first month. And the cool part is, let me show you again. I'm going to keep dragging off screen because I don't know what shows up when I click around. The My Picks app. So here it is. So if you join, first off, you get access to Discord. Okay. Discord's a W. It's my community. There's 9,000 something people in there. But the app is pretty cool. I post a lot of stuff on there that you guys can use to win at sports betting. And I post officials like this one. And you stuck around, so you get it. Kyren Williams over 67.5 rushing yards. I freaking love it. Alternatively, if you don't want to play this and you just want to grow with a tutty, I think that's a fine option. Over 67.5 rushing yards. Here's my data behind it. 69 plus rushing yards. Very nice. 14 to 16 games last season. What? Why is the line so low? Averaged 82 yards per game. Routinely had 100 plus. Again, I've talked about that. If I'm going with a volume-based stat line, like receiving, rushing, passing yards, I don't want to take a guy who flirts with barely hitting the over. I want to know that they have upside for days. Matt Stafford's injury risk could elevate Kyren's workload week one. Dark horse offensive MVP. Offensive player of the year, in my opinion. 14 of 16 games had 69 plus yards. Routinely would have 90 to 100 plus more yards. Or yards. You could climb the rushing yards ladder, I should say. Even when he was missing, I mean, we're talking 62, 56. I just don't get it. So anyways, I digress. When you pick, or when you are in the OS app for my picks, pretty cool. You can select this drop down and then one-click bet into all these different apps, which means if you clicked it, it would open it up right into DraftKings right now, or right into Pinnacle. That's why I tell you, and I already covered this one. Here's another. George Kittle. You can one-click it right into Fanatics right now at 60.5, minus 125. Okay? Pretty cool, right? It tells you, I put this pick in yesterday at 353 for 1 unit, so on and so forth. All right, but that link is down below. And then the website, my betting tools website, I'm going to be real with you. Okay? I'm going to be real with you. So my picks product, $15 using code NFL. My website, $9.99. Code NFL. Who loves you? Literally $25. You get all of my betting projections, optimizers. I didn't even show the optimizers. I forgot the segment. Oh, no. I'm in degen mode too, though. I don't have time for it. By the way, when you use the site, I posted this new tutorial here, how to use it. Oh my gosh, I am so sorry. I was going to go to the optimizers today and put together some slips using the optimizers. But we're in the degen section of the video, making 1,000 plus 1,000 parlays. All right, we got the touchdown one in. Let's continue. All right, we're done with Novig. Code Donuts over there if you want to try it. And I think I'm off the touchdowns. Let's move on. This is Ghost Leg here. Ghost Leg will pay out in cash if there's exactly one losing selection. Does anybody know if this pays in full? That's actually sick. So if I went Chase, Gibbs, Williams, Henry for a hundo, right? Just maxed it out. Let's say Henry doesn't score on Sunday Night Football. By the way, I'd be hedging somehow there. Does this cash? Like the full plus 1,000? Does anybody know? Or does it nerf the odds as if that leg wasn't even involved? Like if Henry doesn't score and I ghost legged it, do I get paid out for a plus 570? Because only 3 legs hit? That's what I want to know. Let's do some parlays though. Anyways. Actually, I want to look at some of these games. Again, I think it nerfs the odds. Okay. I think stuff like this is in play today. I think people need to be mindful of, getting too hot and heavy on all these player props. I'm going to be real with you. Week 1 player props, incredibly volatile. It always is. People get slammed every year on player props. I think you need to be careful. I just want people to be careful betting props today. Here, I got a list of potential plays here. We could parlay. All right. Whew, I'm getting tired. Literally an hour and 50 minutes into the show. What a show. What a show, though. It's been a lot of fun. Let's put together a money line lay. This is pure gut feels. I don't mind this at all. How can I make this so you see it better? I go zoom out. There we go. I don't mind this at all. Woo! Maybe this is something you use a boost on, What are you talking about, brother? Jamar Chase scored both times against Cleveland. Public info. Here's touchdown, October 20th. Touchdown, December 22nd. I like this. Let's look at the model. Final money lines. Matter of fact, That's actually not a bad idea. So here's how it works. We'll go to game models. I'm going to select NFL and money line. So, oh, darn it. It has the freaking Ravens. All right, so Philly won. Darn it. That hurts my soul. Arizona, Denver, Washington would be a next. I'm a little worried with Kyler Murray. And so we need and then Cincinnati. So a lot of the same picks. Wow, I'm kind of in line with what the model has. There's some low-hanging fruit, to be honest. What's my max? $10? All right. Here you go. FanDuel link right there in chat. Oh, man. I did not leave myself enough energy to go crazy here at the end. I'm realizing that that it hit me. I got tired. Yikes. I feel bad. Because I want to get crazy here, but I'm literally sapped. We're 5 minutes away from 2 full hours of a live show. That is a long time. That is a very long time. I am tired. Chat, you want to help me out? You got any way? You got nearly 1 a.m.? Oh, you're goated for being here then. Oh, my goodness. I want to be here to help you more, and I want to go crazy, but I'm telling you the truth. I kind of hit a wall. 2 hours is a long time, man. I do appreciate you. I will be back tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Eastern for Monday Night Football. I might fire off a bet on Twitter later today, like a fun one for Sunday Night Football, because it's my Bills, so I want to have a good time. If you follow me there at DFSnDonuts, turn the notifications on. It's a good way to not miss things. I don't really post fluff on Twitter. I really don't post fluff anywhere. I'm not a big content for clicks guy. Mostly if I post something, it's because I think it'll help someone win money. That's, you might get some notifications here and there if I reply to people, but for the most part, it's cheat sheets, it's picks, it's parlays, it's data, it's info, and it's not much else. Not much else. Thank you so much for being here today. Bets for Breakfast behind me. Thanks for being here for Bets for Breakfast. Taking the last video I did was May before I started on NFL Up again. I think late May. Last show I did was like early June. So we're talking 3 months off to be a good dad and step away from all of this. So I wondered what would happen when I came back. And I wondered about this morning. I was concerned about this morning. And to see we got almost 2,000 views today on Twitter. We had almost 300 YouTube viewers for the last hour. It was just crazy. I'm talking the entire time. Got up to like 350. Just was humbling. I didn't know it would be like this again. So thank you so much. If we don't have a good day today, my sincere apologies. I hope that I was helpful in some way, shape, or form, and at least prepared you for the betting slate, the cheat sheets, the models, the analysis, the content, the picks, the parlays. I hope that you've taken it and run with it. I'm not going to win everything. Nobody does. Hopefully you guys have taken some W's away from the show. Hopefully you can water down some of the things I've done, because I know I get a little loopy on some of these things. There's like 15 touchdown bets yesterday for the video. I mean, hopefully people are making some money some way, shape, or form. I'm back tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Eastern, right here on YouTube. It'll be live on X if you're watching on X as well. Turn my notifications on no matter where. And I'll see you then, my friends. Grab that link down below if you want access to the premium stuff. Again, I think it's worth, but that's totally up to you. I didn't even show the Google Doc cheat sheet where I keep track of all the wins. I'm just tired. I'm out. Let's get paid. Have a good day, my friends.